When they hear this, they say, yes, I have a good boss, he makes good reports. Perception is people's reality. Sensation leads to perception, if you've gone through our earlier videos. And I've heard this statement, and you would have heard it too, that I have a boss, I don't know why, he takes all the credit away. And when I work hard, I feel I'm not sure that my credit for the hard work will come my way. If you've seen the earlier video about workaholic bosses, then this one's going to make a whole lot of sense to you. We talked about a demon that brings people down. I'm here today to talk about the second that brings people down. And if you really look at this dimension that we're here to talk about today, it's all about how people feel in terms of their contributions they make to a team. And I've heard this statement, and you would have heard it too, that I have a boss, I don't know why, he takes all the credit away. And when I work hard, I feel I'm not sure that my credit for the hard work will come my way. And the things you hear is that, I do a whole lot, but I don't think people at the top even know that I do a whole lot. I'm working extremely hard, but somehow I don't know whether this is reaching the management or not. And the word boils down to greed. And then you hear people saying, he's a very greedy guy. He hogs away the attention. He's a very conceited human being. All he does is for himself and believes only in himself. My name is Pramod Parkar. This video is basically helping people who are in managerial roles understand that something may be happening which possibly they're not too aware of. If you are getting portrayed like that, it possibly could only be a perception. But the fact of the matter remains that people go by what they believe and what they perceive. So their perception becomes their belief emerges into a faith. So sometimes what happens is what may not be happening, but because of certain experiences, it's now gone that way. So if you want to be a leader, a manager, who earns the respect of his team, then the first thing that you need to do about greed is ensuring you don't look greedy, which means that delegation is a tool in management that you learn in management school or when you acquire the role and responsibility of a manager. And if you look at delegation, it has a very strong foundation saying, when you give, you empower and let do. One of the reasons why delegation collapses is that a lot of managers delegate tasks and then end up interfering so much that an employee ultimately says, actually speaking, let me not do anything myself. Let me just follow his instructions. So lesson number one, sit down and think about who is it that you will delegate what to and why. That's the first step of delegation. Second, know what not to delegate. One of the things that people suffer from is, I do things for my manager which is not within my KRAs or KPIs. I'm doing things for my manager which possibly are his KRAs or KPIs. And I don't know why I need to do them. Which means you need a lot of clarity in what not to delegate. So personal task is a big no-no. Anything to do with your home, car, personal tasks, insurance, anything, never ever give it to a team member. The second thing you don't delegate is what you are accountable for at the top. So if you are accountable for a report, then ensure that that report is completely finalized by you. If you are expecting people to make that report, then the approach you should be taking is giving them a responsibility to bring in data, giving them a responsibility to go and dig below the surface and come back with facts. And if you want them to feel good about what they do, then when you make a report, never forget, share it with your team before you go and share it up. Let them feel they helped you make that report. Whenever you stand up, that's point number 3. and you are going to pitch, present, request, never ever do it without mentioning people who contributed, especially in their presence, knowing that perception is forming. If you do this well, then this perception of greed starts getting nullified. Very often, you may not have shared, but somehow during conversations, informal, passing conversations, people hear that, oh, Promote did this and Promote did that. And then somebody working for Promote says, really? I think I did that. Now, if you've not shared, the thought remains, oh, so he goes up and says he did it. Whereas, if that report got made and you actually shared that this is what I'm going to present, and I'm going to let them know that you worked very hard for it, when they hear this, they say, yes, I have a good boss, he makes good reports. Perception is people's reality. Sensation leads to perception, if you've gone through our earlier videos. If you have a perception that got created, you are the only one accountable for creating it. If others are busy creating perceptions of you, something is going on in your interpersonal relationship space, which I'm not here to talk about today. Greed is a word that the whole world disrespects. People work hard, they expect credit, find opportunity to give credit, praise in public, reprimand in private, discuss what people did, tell the world what got somebody the recognition you gave them. The power of feedback, you'll find it in one of our videos. So manage the greed, at least as the perception goes, and you'll be nullifying one of the second demons that bring managers down. Click on the link below and all the very best.